Hello everyone, Abud here. So I want to show you what I've thought about in terms of the war room. I actually have taken these books here. Can you see them? Yeah? These books as part of the war room. Yeah. And the thing in it is, let me see if I can, yeah, one thing in it is that these books represent something for me, each one of them. This book is a little book about hope by Paul Wilson. And this book actually brought me through a very hard time in terms of letting me know where my hope is. And the other book that really benefited me is this book by Nick Vujicic. And Nick Vujicic is a man with a very wonderful, inspirational spirit. And this book in particular also brought me through a very, very dark time in my life. And he is this evangelist person, inspirational person, who gives people a way of getting to know their hope, really. So, so they kind of is combined. And he talks about how to have a ridiculously good life and a life without limits, even though he is hello Kim, even though he is without arms and legs. So I've read this book too, and his message is that it's in times where adversity comes that we get to know our real self. And how God has been with him in those hard times. And as Christian, I value his insights very much. And now another book by Bear Grylls, who is an adventurer, and Bear Grylls is also on this war room because as I've read about his he talks about his story, and I want to talk about my story. And they both Nick Vujicic and Bear Grylls talks about their story and how they got through a hard time. And Bear Grylls also talks about his vision about climbing Mount Everest after his accident with a parachute. Hello, Kenneth. Yeah, he had this accident with his parachute. I think it was something like 1,000 feet. I can read it, of course. One moment. Maybe I can find it. Yeah. It's in Danish, by the way. Yeah. And Bear Grylls, of course, have been through many trials, also in terms of bullying, actually, where he started karate, as you see here, and then went to the SAS later. And it was actually in his SAS years that he was out in that accident. Well, I can't really find it right now, but I will write it down, and you can, of course, search it in YouTube, and you can see a little about it. And I have some videos, vlogs thing, in the book challenge, 7-day book challenge I made about his book. And the next book is yeah, one moment. There's two books, actually. There is Blessed and Unstoppable by Billy Osbrooks and The Purpose-Driven Life by Rick Warren. So Billy Osbrooks is a man I've followed near and dear since 2010. And Rick Warren and his book was recommended by a friend of mine. And Rick Warren talks about getting to this purpose-driven life through the word of the Bible. And Blessed and Unstoppable talks about this way to, or blueprint to success through I think it's 30 days. Yeah, 30 days. Yeah, day 30 and day 31. 31 days. Also using some references from the Bible and quotes from many people, and so given this insight, I've thought about what my direction is, and I think it is in a way that I will be true to myself and my calling. And I also have another book which I haven't brought here. The book called this Character Strengths, Values in Action. Yeah. And this book talks about how to use your what's it called, God-given talents or character strength to really live this extraordinary life. As Bear Grylls says, the difference between ordinary and extraordinary is just that extra word, extraordinary. It's this extra that you have to be to become extraordinary. Yeah. And in my niche, I think it will be this, and I've taken this also as part of the process. I've made this. Yeah. And they intersect in being this person that speaks, that likes, that's good at speaking, and this friendship part, and so yeah, there is openness, there is entertaining and educating, and so on. Yeah. So I was also called a finisher or a closer. Yeah. So it's all this insights that I've gained through these books, through my life, through understanding things from a different perspective, and so on and so forth. Yeah. And what I've read about the reviews about some of these books, it talks about that some of them are too preachy, some about them are too repetitive, and so on and so forth. Yeah. So I think I'm heading to this part that's about helping others gain their vision towards speaking, and really be reflective about their strengths and how to get some good friendships and live this life of their dream. Yeah. So yeah, that was all I had, and to just close off, I want to read from this little book of hope. It says here by Wayne Gretzky, you miss 100% of the times that you don't shoot. Yeah. So it's of course this ice hockey player, Wayne Gretzky. Yeah, and it's such an inspirational persons, and I'd love to be one of them. Yeah. So thanks for me. Hope to see you in another video. See ya.